coming thick and fast, but let's address one of them that was just flashing a little while ago. The NSE IPO could likely come around Diwali. That's a key question now. Now they've received SEBI's no objection certificate to come after the settlement order. My colleague Shrimi is now joining in on the phone line. Shrimi, what are you picking up?
Yeah, so sources indicating us that, NSE is inching closer to its, long pending IPO, which could materialize around Diwali, subject to regulatory clearances. In fact, the crucial step, still remains securing a no objection certificate from SEBI. And SEBI NOC, as you know, a mandatory requirement for market infrastructure institution, all MIs, to list publicly, and will only be considered after the conclusion of an ongoing settlement process involving the exchange. Now, the sources also indicated that NSE has proposed a 1,600 crore payout to settle its ongoing regulatory proceeding related to its past compliances lapses, including co-location, dark fiber, etc. But this is the largest settlement amount ever offered to SEBI. This is very interesting also. So what we are also learning that the proposal is currently under examination by high-powered advisory committee, which will submit its recommendation to SEBI whole-time member for a final decision. And once the whole-time member clears the proposal, SEBI is expected to issue a formal settlement order, and only after that the order will be finalized, and the market regulator will take up the NSE request for no objection, paving the way for the IPO. So according to sources familiar with the matter, the entire process could take up to 2 months, aligning the timeline with the festive season, and NOC being non-negotiable requirement under SEBI regulation, seeking to go for public. Until the settlement is completed and the order is issued, the process cannot move forward, is what source is telling us at this point.
Well, thanks so much for that, Shrimi. Lancelot, the NSE actually has been focused after their change in expiry day as well. That impacted BSE stock for a while. But do you have any view on the IPO as well as something? How could that? Do you think any material impact on BSE, or do you expect that to kind of pivot both the companies into growth area from year onwards?
So I think, the IPO is good for NSE, it's good for the market because, you're obviously deepening, the availability of good quality companies stock in the market. And if you look at exchanges per se, exchanges are companies that will grow because they have, with the growth in the number of demat accounts and trading, there is a huge revenue that they generate in terms of transaction charges and various other facilities that they provide to members and investors. And based on it, because their cost structure is relatively flat with marginal increases in terms of fresh investments, they are actually good businesses. So I think it's a good thing that NSE will list as far as, and I do not think that by NSE listing is going to impact BSE, the valuations of BSE as such, because anyway, BSE was already competing with NSE when it was unlisted. So whatever valuations, premium it may get, maybe there'll be some impact for a while on the premium that NSE gets over its valuation of BSE. But over a period of time, that would get normalized.